Hello, Angelica.
Hi, Andra.
Still a bit early.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's get it sharing to other pages first.
Sure.
If this is the very first time that you're checking out our FB Live, today we have got a special guest. The social media angel is here.
Hi, guys. This is Angel here.
So for our new friends, old friends, always with us friends, thank you so much for being here. We'll be starting in another 2 or 3 minutes. While we're waiting for our friends, let's just chat a little, Angelica.
Sure.
Wow. Do you realize that after Clubhouse started, there's so many more other different social media that would like to get it rolling on the audio as well, isn't it?
Yes, especially like Facebook. They're actually beta testing Facebook audio at this moment.
The FOMO Facebook, you mean? Fear of missing out?
Yep. Facebook is there to conquer.
Sometimes I wonder whether the designers team and the founder are actually from my neighboring country. the Kiasu land.
Yep, they want a piece of everything.
I can see that. But besides that, I guess there's also a few more that is wanting to be in the audio space, isn't it?
There is actually.
I can imagine because I think I used too much of my eyes in the last 1 year.
Yep, since when the pandemic hit and everything started going online, so we actually do spend a lot more time online, actually using eyes, visual.
Yep.
with the
And I
laptop.
truly believe that this information is not only conquering our eyesight, it's now coming to my ears as well.
Yep, definitely. So since that the trend is from 2020, that means last year, 2020 till now, the trend is definitely going to audio and visual, and a lot of
Unless the next thing is it's braille, using your fingers. I don't know. So tired of consuming way too many information as compared to those days. The only way you get information is unless you go to the library and check out journals and whatever not.
Yeah, now it's everything like a click away.
Yep, I can imagine that, because those days, even like you want to download journals from the library, you got to be in the library and the library system in order to do so. Now you probably sit at the ease of your home to just access to anything and everything with, if it's, let's say you're a student, then your uni ID.
Yes, that's
It's
how
amazing.
it is. I think it's a good way in the sense that everyone is staying at home, staying safe, and everything is downloadable. Shopping online.
Yeah, and at one point in time, or even till now, people keep saying, we are going paperless. Really? Or in fact, we are actually printing even more.
Yeah, if you are like printing journals and everything, yes, workbooks, ebooks. Yeah,
And now
definitely
we probably
more.
even want to print more of things like, when it comes to packaging, there's a lot more printing than before as well. Stickers, labels, cards, etc. I didn't think there were so many items in packaging before this as well.
Yeah, ultimately it comes to visual. Like a lot of people are doing videos on unboxing packaging, you see. So it's actually ramp up the competition for those people for packaging.
Yeah.
Mm.
Especially I recently received a gift, and it was like when I kind of open up, it's like one big box. You open up, it's got the tissue paper, and then it's got like small little boxes of whatever the thing may be, and then you go like again and
Yeah,
again,
layer by layer.
and then you go like, if it's a very small item, it gets packed in another bubble wrap or little tissue wraps or whatever. And again, it's like, oh, at last I get to see my thing. It's like, okay,
Mhm.
gosh, how many paper did I throw away? And you're talking about environmental friendly and simplicity in life.
Mhm.
Maybe not quite in packaging.
Yeah.
Okay, 7:32. Let's hit the world with the topic that's never heard of on Sales Wiring or even on Global Circles Academy. So you do check us out tonight. We want to
Mhm.
talk about how people consume visual and audio content.
Mhm. So since the again since the pandemic, everyone's at home. So where else? Everyone's online. So online we see like a lot of info, all right? And that the trend now is that people like to have easy to consume information because there is so many information out there, long, short, in words, in videos, in podcasts now. So how people are looking like how easy to consume in the sense that how easy is that for me to understand what you're trying to tell me? So that's one. And that's a huge growth in TikTok. Now we have Instagram Reels and more are coming. And that is definitely also like live FB stories and Instagram stories. That is also definitely ephemeral contents where it will just be there for 24 hours and people just, okay, I'm going to see this. And that's it. People just want to see what's up. Just a high five, that high and by. I don't spend too much time, but I want to know what's happening.
For friends that probably didn't know why today I suddenly changed another version of partner. Okay. So Claire is away a little bit and she's got some engagement tonight. So today we have Angelica. And in case you don't know her much, you must know this social media angel. Beyond whatever you see on the picture, she may look very, very young. She's got clients across the world that she's serving within this space where she create content for clients and make their social media looks way better and more engagement and more connection, and eventually it goes down to dollar and cents for the business. So lesson number one from Angelica Angel said, well, make it easy for people to consume your content. How so? How so? We are in a competition of like, we want more fancy stuff. We just want to give more fancy, more different, more unique. How so? To keep it simple.
Simple in the sense that you can break it into small chunks. Yes, you want to tell how great this is, especially a service of a product. You say, I want to have like 10 reasons why you have to buy this. Yes, you can tell that in a short, but if you can tell in a few words or a few sentences, or maybe break it into chunks and maybe tell me like 5 or 2 each day, that would be so much easier to remember than telling me all 10, which I will not remember in the next minute or so.
All
So
right.
many information.
So what you're saying is literally, even you have all the 10 knowledge, don't give it at one go. Give it in small digestible bites.
Yes. You have to keep reminding people. What I also easy to consume is that yes, your company is like a big thing, right? You have a good product and stuff. But ultimately, people want to know what is the product, not only on the benefit of this product, maybe how is this product built on, what goes into it, what material, how eco-friendly it is. All these are information consumer now want. And so if you break down into chunks, like tell them the whole story of it, then people will be understanding it more. Like, oh, this product is for what? Where is it from? How does it benefit me and my society?
I totally second that. I wrote this in a LinkedIn post recently. And in case you have not checked that out, it's actually on Andrea Child Coaching on my LinkedIn. I was actually talking about, how people actually buy to solve a certain problems or certain issues that they have. So there's two bit about sales, where one is, are you passionate about your own products or services because you gave birth to this product or services? That's from a salesperson's perspective. The second perspective is, are you able to solve whatever the solutions may be, or whatever the needs may be? In the first place, from a legal perspective, why people are buying a certain thing, to the more emotional, more self-actualization reason, whatever you call it, there's just different reasons. Sometimes in a lot of products, it didn't tell me how to use this product to my liking and to my benefit. Get so generic.
Because a lot of things become too technical for the consumer, and it's not in layman term. So yes, I know the benefit, but what is there for me? How does it benefit me? So that is why.
That goes back to the 80-20 rule, isn't it? 80% of people actually uses 20% of any functions of any products anyways.
Yes.
It's like, if I can master this 20%, it's like my everything already. I don't need the rest of the balance of 80%. Even till date, I think on my handphone, 20% is a blessing, is a blessed number.
Yeah, we just want to use and know exactly what I can use.
When it's supposed to work, it better work.
Yeah, correct. I just need this. Out of all 10 usage, maybe I just need 2. But that's good enough. If you can solve my problem.
That's the gist of a social media content as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Keeping it to not, just for your shorts on TV purpose.
Basically, a lot of business are told to humanize your content. You're talking to a human. You have to be transparent. You have to be authentic. To be real. People wants to see what's behind the scene. What's going into it.
Yep. Talking about that, behind the scene is getting very interesting. Yeah. For all you know, especially for Chinese restaurants, the recent trends that I've been seeing is CCTV into the kitchen.
CCTV into the kitchen, all right.
Yeah, I mean, okay. The initial day was that you never ever get to see kitchen. At most, you get to see a little glass
panel.
Kind of panel. That's as much as it gets. Then, of course, we have the dumpling business. Dumpling Man's brought it to its fully glass. Very much of I think the main part of the kitchen was that, because they were making dumplings and they wanted to show the noodles and the dumplings and etc. And now you get this big TV screen in a Chinese restaurant showing you nothing except the CCTV to the kitchen. Isn't that amazing how times have changed?
People are curious, see. People want to know more. People are curious, like, hey, how is my food going on? Is it hygienic in there? Is it fresh in there? Is it mine that you're cooking? All this thoughts.
Oh, that one looks like it's coming to my table. Mine.
Mine.
Yeah.
It's a visual
I hope they cooked it well with lots of love. Yeah. So that is also the gist of social media, isn't it? If you bring that type of authenticity and transparency, it gets translated into a social media marketing as well, isn't it?
Yes, it does. When you show like what goes behind, what effort is put in, people appreciate the value more. People see the value of what your product or services is.
So what must a business owner do then? Videos, what do they do?
Image. Oh, we already have been talking about, in like Instagram, it's all image, and videos is coming up. Like so it's the sense that you don't actually plan so much. You go ahead with it. Like Facebook Live, we don't plan so much. We just go and do it. Just show around what's happening in your day. Like for example, you have like a service, just show, I'm here to meet this person. Get your client in as well, it's real. We're talking about this. You never know your potential client is actually looking at the same thing. So that
Wow. Lots of live show feeling, isn't it?
yes.
It sounds very much like one of those Gordon Ramsay kind of competition on whatever,
Yeah.
Master Chef.
The emotions comes in.
Yeah.
Everything is shown. Bear it all, and people be like, okay, let's judge you with that because they see it's your real.
I guess you're correct, because if you look at the viewership on these sort of shows, and surprisingly, the MasterChef Singapore, it's brought back this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't ask me what's the reason. It could be a licensing issue, but there must be some liking for these sort of things in order to be brought back here.
Definitely.
Wow. So it's a lot about, first is simplicity.
Mm-hmm.
Two is authenticity. Oh, wow. Wow. The life is really, 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 really changing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What else do we have to look out for and be more careful when it comes to content?
Sensitivity and inclusivity. Let's me just take like sensitive issue. You want to be more aware of, for example, like in Malaysia, we are a multiracial country. Your content have to be more sensitive to issues of other races or even religion. You shouldn't touch on sensitive issues. And even like it might be a slip of mouth, but slip of tongue.
Yeah.
But the damage is unbelievable. Let's be mindful of that.
Okay. So it's always the same old, that three things that you don't talk about: the politics, the religion, and the gender bias. Okay. I think that's quite across, doesn't matter which part of the world you're in, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. The next one will be inclusivity, in the sense that are you including your clients into your business? Are you using their users generated content? If your client is taking a video of unboxing, are you fully utilizing that video? So people want to see, like you are shopping on Lazada and Shopee and other e-commerce platform. What do we see most after we see the product? The next thing most probably will be the specs, then the review. So review are very important. So if a company can make use of user-generated content, it actually shows that, oh, this is something a real person bought. Show it, is it? And it's a real review. And people will be like, okay, maybe this person, oh, I see that this person use it like this. Maybe I should just try this.
How much are these review real then?
Well, but to be honest, if you can see that a lot of people now are looking at, they actually consumers do know by how real it is, just by the way they talk.
And I guess the thing is that these days, right, as a consumer, you don't just read one review.
Yes, correct. We read dozens and make a summary of ourselves.
We actually we run through a certain amount of reviews before we make whatever decisions. Okay, I'm going to pause you there, Angelica. We've got some friends, so you may want to say hi. We've got May dialing in from Cambodia. We've got Ahmad Saiful Rijal that's joining us.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining.
May, haven't seen you for a while. Definitely miss you there. Sending my regards, my concern and care to you in Cambodia. Okay, then the other thing, since we've got friends that's from overseas, what do we do if we would like to open up, a certain market which we are not quite particularly good with the lingo?
Okay. That is okay. Definitely, the first thing you have to do is research, and then you work with the people there, because there is so much of a culture influence that you don't know.
Mm.
You see, we are not staying in the country, we're not living there.
Yep.
There's so much how do you say, local culture. There's the small bits, the small things that matter. It has to come from the local.
And the fact that our neighboring countries, we've got plenty of countries that's around us that has got quite a number of phonics in their language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that we are very much the ones is either very much Mandarin here or very much the alphabets. So we don't have a third thing to consider. You're talking about our neighboring countries. These are all languages with a lot of phonics inside their language.
Yeah.
So a dot or a stroke or a just one extra point could mean a whole world of difference.
And the other reason you can just get a local there to actually speak in behalf of the business is that sense that it has that connection. And you can avoid a lot of mistakes. You don't want that, really.
So this is very much a word which I picked up from Citibank very recently because I was doing some readings about Citibank, that they use this word called glocalize.
Okay.
Going global on a very local manner. Glocalize.
Interesting.
Yep. Because for them, it's very much, they are a global financial institution. However, they take the step of localizing whatever that's needed. Yeah, because the way I hear your explanation is that you could be owning a global business. However, you work with a local partner to just work out a content that is most suited for those consumers there.
Yes. As our first point is, it's easier for them to consume whatever you're bringing out to the table, and they get to understand that easily without having the misunderstanding and misunderstood. That will be great.
Okay, so going back to the point of easier to consume, then my question, is it words, is it audio, is it visual, is it infographics, is it video, is it live streaming? What works now?
So to be honest, if you have the resources, do all.
You wish.
We all wish, like, if you have a lot of resources, then just do all. But then that's it.
Okay.
Visual and podcast is coming up. Okay, people want to do. People now are multitasking. I want to do something, but at the same time, I want to learn. Okay, I want to know something. I want to get knowledge on something. So podcast is number one. Secondly is visual. Because visual, it's like one glance, I get to see whether it attracts me or not. Is this something for me? Your eyes can decide. That is the fastest. Just one glance, you know. That's why. Writing, it depends on platform. Like Twitter, short, great. One sentence, two sentence, I know what you're saying. But if you talk about reading and more professional stuff, yes, LinkedIn. So different, I think different industry, different content, or different format of it's all important, really.
Okay.
Is this who's your audience?
Then I did not ask the second question. The next question I was about to ask. So is it my capability that decide which content I should produce, or is consumers' preference? You have just answered the question. I kind of know that answer anyway. It's just that, can I just try my luck here? Looks like no. Again. No. Didn't quite work. Yep. Well, personally, I find that whether it's podcast or whether it's video, it takes a little bit less time as compared to planning out like written stuff for a whole week. It's like, whoa, that the written take a lot more to internalize.
But another tip that you can do is actually you repurpose it. For example, you write a long article, break it down. If a long article, it could be used as a script for the video, for the podcast. You can break it down into Instagram for
Yep.
quotes, for shorts. For Instagram reels, a short one, just to speak on it. Then
Yep.
you have more, in the sense, content from just one
Yep.
one point of view or one topic.
Yep. This is exactly the point that you say that, hey, keep it, if you have 10 also, you can do like 2 by 2 by 2. I think I totally agree on that formula, on that format of doing so. One is it's enough, or actually not enough in our sense as the person who designs or create it. It's enough to the consumer to consume. It's, I had enough of you for a day. Yeah. Yeah. So 2 points would be like, probably, I had enough of you for today. Can I hear some other people's voice? Because it looks like, anything with like a 30-minute timeline on a YouTube or even a podcast, it's probably not one of my, it's not one of my preferred these days. I mean, okay, let's rewind a little bit. During my working days, long podcast on a bad traffic jam down to central KL in the morning, it's fabulous. These days, I really don't spend so much time driving long journey like this. It's a time. The brain doesn't. I mean, by the time that I finish whatever, I need to get down of the car. I don't have that leisure or of like that time anymore. I mean, those days, because I'm stuck in the jam for hours. A 30-40 minutes is fabulous.
But now that everyone is working at home,
like one of my favorite guru, he is really very long in terms of his video. Yeah, it's nice to hear him. It's just that I'm so sorry, my dear guru. I love you, and yet I cannot consume too much of your content these days, because I don't like that feeling of feeling like that the incomplete task, the separation, and I have to leave the car now. It's just, I didn't complete something. Yeah. What do I do next? Is like come back. I probably may not. The chances is may not.
Yeah. So I think, dear guru of yours, make it shorter.
I hope he hears us out. I love you. I cannot consume if it's too long. Okay, that's my message to him. Next time I'll send that to him. Yeah, I guess that's really very relevant. And when you say that to keep the message short, it's all across all different sort of content, isn't it? It's not just because you are writing that you got to keep it short, but even across videos, audios, it should be at a bite size, isn't it?
Yeah, I just want to know exactly what I want to know. Not your introduction, long one, not
so ladies and gentlemen, don't mount up that plate of rice. It's fine dining here that we are talking about in social media content. Those earlier days, let me tell you a joke, right? Fine dining is spelled as FINE.
Right.
Okay. In my definition of what fine dining is FIND. Very big plate. Cannot find the food. Only one bite.
Okay.
However, today, please appreciate the fact that you need to find it. FIND. Keep it small. Keep it bite size. Keep it one mouth. That's great. Anything with a second bite. Nah. That's very, very true now. The thing is that there's so many things in life that I like to consume.
Mhm.
I want to learn more about how to help my kids with the homework. I want to learn more about what I can do for the client. I want to know about wellness, about cooking, about this, about that, about okay.
But you only have so much time.
Mm.
Try to squeeze everyone in.
And in the video, be straight to the point a little bit. If you go around like
Telling,
yeah,
like describing what every single ingredients. Nah, that's really not needed. Mhm.
at the end of the day, even if you tell me I'm very precise of whatever the ingredients may be, when it comes to my kitchen, it's like I think I have, yeah, because I've got to one improvise. Improvise. What's wrong with me? Improvise according to my family's taste, but that's one. Two, it's like I may not have things that what you have just mentioned anyway. I only have this amount that you have just mentioned anyway, so I'll just make do.
Correct. I just want to just get it done.
Get it over and
Your
done
way
with.
or my way, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, with one little change, I'm not in the restaurant business, so I'm only
Mhm.
pleasing my family members here.
Yeah, and restaurant don't share the recipe anyway. So
Oh, that's absolutely true.
mhm.
Well, I've actually written down a few good nuggets today from our little chat here that we've got. One, keep your content simple.
Mhm.
One bite at a time. Small bites will do. Go to fine dining, not big plates of rice, yeah? Are we talking food or content? Anyways, anything that works for you to make you understand. Be authentic. People want to know what's behind the scene of you, Angelica. Whether you're wearing your shorts and a formal top, people want to laugh at it. So show it. Next one, what was it? Sensitivity?
Mhm.
Yep. And what was the three things that you've got to be more mindful about when it comes to sensitivity?
Politics,
That's one.
gender,
That
religion.
one. Religion. Yep.
Mhm.
So it doesn't matter which country, yeah. We're not talking about country specific here. Generally, anywhere that you go, be mindful of this three.
Yeah.
And you'll be in a much better position.
Yes. Definitely.
Okay. The last one is very, very interesting. Inclusivity, the
Mhm.
engagement, the connection. Are you including people or excluding people?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going into communities? Are you going to groups?
Are we opting in or opting out?
Mhm.
Um, I like to use the opting in, opting out because I've got a little story to tell. It seems that I got so many more stories to tell. Yeah, goodness. It comes with age. You know why? All right. So I don't know whether do you donate your organs? Do you sign up for like a little card to donate your organs? Ah, interesting. Let me share with you that experience. Oh,
Alright.
it's fun. It's fun. If you go over to Sunway Pyramid, which is nearest to you, Angelica,
Mhm.
there is a little office that you can sign up for that organ donation card.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it works this way, yeah. In Malaysia, to donate organ, you opt in.
Okay.
Okay, you sign up a card and agree that you will donate your organ.
Mhm.
Okay, this is our system, yeah. So in Singapore, you opt out if you choose not to.
Oh.
Okay, so generally everybody is in their system.
Oh.
Okay, should you decide, say, whatever your reason may be, I'm not comfortable, my religion, etc., 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 whatever you have that thought, you may choose to opt out.
Oh.
Yep.
That's interesting to me.
I'm just sharing this example. I'm not encouraging whether you want to donate your organ, or I'm not talking about country's law or whatever it is. Yeah. My gist of why I wanted to tell this story is just to make a differentiation what it means by inclusive
Mhm.
and exclusive. That's all. One is opt-in,
One is
one
opt-out.
is opt-out.
Yeah, interesting. But I like the idea of getting everyone in.
Yep. I
Yeah.
love to.
If you want to opt out, fine. But
Be
gonna
here
include you.
unless you don't love me, you can go.
Yeah, everyone is welcome. You know, all in. Come on. But if you wish to opt out, you're welcome to. Mhm.
And I think that also applies to the unsubscribe like buttons that we have these days in our mailbox
Yeah,
or your spam mails.
that is definitely opt out. They include you.
Yeah, they will include you in on an infinity basis. They would love to have you in.
Yes.
Yep.
The moment you sign up, you're in.
Yep, that's right. That's right. So in this sense, right, what's really the a little bit harder is that, hey, because of all these spam mails, to actually hit on this note called inclusivity in a content, it takes a bit of a little bit of work, isn't it?
Well, there are a lot of content that are actually what do I call it again? Suddenly I cannot remember the word. That it's curated accordingly to the client. Take Zalora for example. Shop there. Sorry, guys. I hope you do shop in Zalora. But hey, if you
Hey,
look,
that's menswear, okay? What are you talking
okay,
about?
I mean like, sorry, but if you actually put a few items in your cart and forget about it, they will come back to you with the same item and asking you, is this?
That's called haunting. That's called haunting.
But I mean, it's great. Like I might really forget.
They hung me 7 days long.
Okay, that's bad.
They hound me in my email. They hound me every single page that I Google later on. It keeps popping out again and again. And then another on pops out on my handphone. It's like, gosh.
Because they're trying to conquer your mind space.
What did I do wrong that they have to punish? It's like a capital punishment. Why do you have to punish me this way?
No, that it just makes you remember them.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad, but you definitely remember them.
So what you're saying that you can actually automate these things, right?
Yes, you can.
Interesting.
These are automates.
Yep. Definitely get you back to talk about these pieces. Like, you know, if I would want to start on my journey on social media, and yet one is time, two is technicality. Can I choose number three, which is more of an automation?
Yeah, I think consistency is one of the biggest challenge that I myself would find myself in. Like, ho.
Can't blame yourself. It's usually the case. If you look at any hairdresser, right, they can't be cutting their own hair. Yep. I truly hear you on that one, and I purposely choose the hairdresser is because I've got a mother that's a hairdresser.
Oh, okay.
And guess who cuts her hair?
You?
The non-qualified one cuts her hair. So you have a qualified hairdresser and you have a unqualified one that cuts the hairdresser's hair.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll definitely get you back, Angelica, to talk a little bit more next time about this word, automation.
All right.
Because I think most people are fearful of beginning this journey, not just because of technicality, but that word, the dirty word that you just mentioned, consistency. That's hard.
Yeah, it's a lot of effort, planning, strategizing.
Yep,
Brain
definitely
juice.
on that one. Thank you for your time, Angelica. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. We
Thank
will
you.
definitely come back and talk to you soon.
Thanks for having me, Indra. Thank you.
Welcome.